Chapter 13. A Waiting Heart. Flashback. "Come Evan, play with me, please," I pleaded sadly. "But I have to go do my job," Evan responded bitterly. "I know, but I won't see you for a while," mumbled out. "I know, but this is our first time here. I'm sure it won't be like this all the time." I watched Evan as he moved past me and into the bathroom with his towel around his waist. "Would you like something to eat before you go? I could make some toast or something?" I asked unsurely. "Okay, sure," I smiled slightly when he answered me. Ouch, hot. The moment the toast came out the toaster, I quickly placed it onto a plate. I quickly buttered it with butter and strawberry jam that Daniel and Matthew had placed in the fridge. "Wow, that looks great. Is that strawberry jam?" "Yep, and it's delicious." I watched Evan as he ate the toasted jam sandwich I made him, as he sat at the table in his uniform. "So are you going to eat something?" Evan asked calmly. "I will. I just wanted to see you eat before you go. How long do you think it'd take for you to do your job?" I asked, worried. "I don't know. I guess we both are going to find out today." He sighed out. "It's past noon. I wonder what they are making him do. On his schedule it says wet the roses, but it shouldn't take this long to wet some roses, should it?" I tried my best to stop worry, but I just couldn't. I tried watching television, but my mind was so out in space that I managed to flip through all the channels at least 5 times before cutting the stupid thing off. This is so hard. I need to know what's going on. I quickly jumped off the bed as I tossed a pair of long pants on and a t-shirt that was on the bed and my flip-flops that was near the kitchen. In that moment, when I reached out for the doorknob, I heard it clicked on the other side as it started to open. "Timothy, I'm home." Once the door was fully open revealing Evan, immediately I launched onto him, collapsing both of us into the floor outside of the room. "I was worried for the entire day. I was actually going to come look for you." I hugged him tightly around his neck as he hugged back. "Don't worry, I told you, I came back, didn't I?" he stated as he giggled. "Come on, time to brush our teeth. Eating all those sweets won't be nice if we didn't brush them off." I followed Evan into the bathroom lazily as sleep rapidly took over my body. Evan quickly handed me my toothbrush the moment I was in front of the sink. Quickly I grabbed the toothpaste and squeezed some onto the brush. "You really are tired. Your head is bobbing like a bobblehead." My body was so taken over by sleep. For a brief moment I felt like I was floating. Before I knew it, I felt myself falling backwards as my mind and vision went black. Out of nowhere I felt something heavy over me which made me twitch. What's going on?" I moaned out. "Finally you're awake." I quickly scanned my surroundings. Evan sat on the bed by my side with his arm stretched across me as I was lying on my back. "What happened?" "The last thing I remember I was brushing my teeth," I stated, confused. "Yeah, well, you were so tired that you actually passed out and fell, but I caught you before you could have hit the floor." "Oh, I'm sorry," I said softly. "It's okay now, but I was worried all night. I've been sitting here waiting for you to wake up. I even whispered into your ear to wake you up." I tried sitting up on the bed, but my head immediately started to hurt, so I stopped and laid back down and looked up at Evan as he giggled slightly at me. "So, what did you whisper into my ear?" Evan switched his weight on the bed as a blush ran across his face. Don't worry about it. The important part is that you're up now." He quickly hugged me before giving me a warm smile and a pat on the head as he rose off the bed and head towards the kitchen. End of flashback. Why am I seeing lights when my eyes are closed? I shuffled as I turned to my side. Why am I still feeling it shining on me? Unable to take it anymore, I jerked up and opened my eyes. I hissed as the brightness of the light burnt my eyes. After a few more seconds, my eyes adjusted to the light and then I realized that I was in a room in a hospital. Why am I here? Oh yeah, Evan, where is he? I quickly shifted to get off the bed, but within that moment, I managed to bump into the control for the television that had a button for the nurse station. I quickly pressed it and waited. "Oh, thank goodness you're up. I'll be right back, I'll go get the doctor." Before I got the chance to say anything, she quickly ran away from the door faster than she came to it. I slowly dropped my gaze as Evan came back to my mind. "Please be okay, please be okay." "Hi, I'm Dr. Keith. The last time you was in front me, it was because of your head, now it's because of a bullet hole in your chest. I didn't get any information about your injury due to the fact you and your brother rushed out of here. Care to tell why there was a bullet in your chest? I blinked nervously at him as he came closer to me. Stop, I mumbled, then bowed and turned my face. Stop, what? I'm not doing anything, he stated firmly. Stop looking at me like that. If you're going to do something, just do it. Kid, what on earth you talking about? I have seen that same look in your eyes before. I know what it means. I looked up at him. Well, you should know I mean business, and my business is to heal and to care for others. Now tell me what happened to you and your brother, he stated in a corrective manner. Evan, where is he? His facial expression quickly changed to a painful one. Can I see him, please? I need my brother. I pleaded. I stared at Evan through a huge glass window. He had different types of tubes and wires all over him. Well, what happened to him? I quickly looked up at the doctor as tears poured out my eyes. Your brother is in a coma. The bullet that grazed the back of his leg hit an artery. He lost a lot of blood. By the time he got here, his body had went into shock. I felt it was my fault. I felt sad that Evan was placed in that position because of me. If anyone should be on that bed, it should be me. Can I go in to see him? I asked sadly. You can't at the moment. You will have to wait till we change him into another room. I followed Dr. Keith back to my room as I silently cried to myself, do you guys have any family members, parent, or guardian that I can call? He suddenly stopped right in front the room door as he turned around to look at me. Are you guys orphans or runaways? My head started to spin as he kept on asking questions I didn't know how to answer. I felt my heart raced as my breath quickened. Where you guys are from? Do you guys live in Miami? Or what part of Florida you guys from? Can you tell me anything about your family medical history? Will you shut the fuck up? I don't know. I just want my brother. I need Evan. I need my brother. He knows everything. He knows what you want to know. I feverishly wiped my eyes as tears continuously poured out. You don't understand. He's all I have. I don't want to leave his side. Please don't send me away. He's all I need in this world, I cried out. But he's in, he mumbled softly. I don't care. I'm never leaving my brother, I said boldly. Okay, listen, it's been 3 days and we can't keep you loitering around the hospital, Dr. Keith informed. Are you going to send me away? I looked up at him from the bed as he sat next to me. No, I was thinking if it's okay with you, you can come home with me, but again that's up to you. I would, I promise I won't be in your way and I'll keep the house clean when you're out, I stated excitedly. Okay, you sound excited about it, Dr. Keith said, smiling at me. Yeah, and the moment Evan is awake I promise I'll be out of your hair. That's a deal. Now get your stuff so we could get going. I have to come back to start my second shift. The moment I walked into the bedroom that Dr. Keith had prepared for me, it felt warm, like if I'd been living here the entire time and I've just returned home from a long day. Hey Timothy, I quickly turned to face him. He had his back pressed against the doorframe, with his arms folded in front of him as he looked straight at me. I would like you to make a list of foods that you like and don't like. Okay, Dr. Keith, I'll get right to it. I just placed a pizza I had in the fridge in the oven. I'll call you when it's done. I simply nodded my head at him, then quickly turned towards the bed as I made my way to it. You okay? I don't know, it's odd not sleeping in the same room with Evan, sighed softly. Well, I guess you will just have to make the best of it, he said in an optimistic tone. Yeah, I guess so. Slowly, I dropped my head as well as gaze. Dr. Keith, I don't feel hungry anymore. You can go ahead and eat without me. Are you sure? He asked softly. Yes, I'm sure. I think I'll just stay in here. Plus I'm feeling sleepy. Okay, then I'll leave. He quickly leaned off the doorframe as he turned to leave. By the way, you don't have to call me Dr. Keith here. Call me Keith. Okay. As the time flew by, Evan was the only subject I had on my mind. I will wait for you no matter what. Please just come back to me. Sleep slowly took over me as tears flowed down my eyes due to memories of my brother.